Kim Basinger, the icy blonde whose beauty defined an entire decade of Hollywood glamour. She was the ultimate sex symbol of the 1980s, an Oscar winner, a style icon, and a woman whose name became synonymous with cinematic allure. But behind the fame and fantasy lay one decision that nearly destroyed everything she had built. What reckless choice cost her millions and exposed a hidden fragility that fame could no longer disguise? The fallout would leave her bankrupt, humiliated, and fighting for her survival in a town that devours its own. Born in Athens, Georgia in 1953, Kim was far from the confident star she would become. As a child, she was shy to the point of paralysis, gripped by a crippling fear of performing. Modeling offered her an escape. When she moved to New York and signed with Ford Models, her career skyrocketed, but her insecurities never disappeared. Beneath the flawless face and graceful demeanor was a woman constantly battling anxiety. When she turned to acting, it became both therapy and torment, a way to express her emotions while trying to outrun them. That tension, the clash between beauty and fragility, would follow her for the rest of her life. The 1980s turned Kim Basinger into a household name. Never Say Never Again and The Natural showcased her magnetism, and by 1986, 912 Weeks made her an international sensation. The movie's erotic charge sealed her place in pop culture, but the attention also deepened her unease. Then came 1989, when she signed on for a small independent film called Boxing Helena, written and directed by Jennifer Lynch. It should have been a routine project. Instead, it became the greatest professional disaster of her life. Just before filming began, Basinger abruptly withdrew from the movie. Officially, she cited discomfort with the increasingly explicit nature of the script. Privately, she was unraveling under the weight of her anxiety and a growing fear of being trapped, symptoms of the agoraphobia that would soon take over her life. The producers, furious and financially crippled by her exit, sued her for breaching her contract. What followed was a vicious courtroom battle that captivated Hollywood. The question loomed: could mental illness excuse a star from her professional obligations, or was this simply a case of irresponsibility disguised as fragility? In 1993, the verdict sent shockwaves through the industry. A Los Angeles jury ordered Kim Basinger to pay $8.9 million in damages, a staggering sum that forced her to declare bankruptcy. Practically overnight, the woman once adored as Hollywood's golden goddess was painted as reckless and unstable. The price of her private pain had become public humiliation. Her life collapsed under the weight of debt and stigma, a cruel reminder that even the brightest stars are not invincible. But Kim wasn't finished. 3 years later, she appealed and won. The ruling was overturned, and the case eventually settled for a far smaller amount. The ordeal scarred her, but it also hardened her resolve. In 1997, she delivered a career-defining performance in L.A. Confidential, earning the Academy Award that would restore her place among Hollywood's elite. In time, she opened up about her struggles with anxiety and agoraphobia, turning her personal suffering into advocacy for mental health awareness. Kim Basinger's story is no longer just one of beauty or fame, it's one of endurance. The timid girl from Georgia who once feared the spotlight had faced her darkest fears and emerged stronger, proving that even in Hollywood, survival can be the most powerful performance of all.